Since Saint-Antonin, tourism had been declining all over the world. Once eager crowds saw their plans wither, their desires shift. Even in Switzerland, where the economy didn't rely solely on that flow of visitors, the impact was felt. Many households, directly or indirectly, depended on tourism, and entire regions had built their equilibrium around their appeal. Among them was Gruyères. The medieval town, perched atop its rocky spur, still drew a few loyal visitors, lovers of medieval art, cheese, and landscapes. But the magic was fading. Celebrations that had once been unmissable were losing their luster. Residents began putting away their memories like a fair being taken down, not bitterly, but with clear-eyed awareness. They knew the era was ending. The shop windows slowly emptied. The terraces welcomed more wind than guests. Merchants scaled back, aware that winter would be long, maybe permanent. Then a rumor slipped through the alleyways of the town, passed through informal channels, and soon confirmed. On an upcoming Sunday, around 50 children from the high galactic nobility would visit the town, that famous Crane City. The castle would be entirely privatized. Word spread of a delegation carefully prepared over several weeks, coming from houses across star-spanning kingdoms. An unexpected buzz gripped the place. Stalls were polished, flags unfurled, cobblestones scrubbed. No one wanted to give a faded or frozen image of the old city. When the day came, they arrived. A radiant youth, laughing, light, unburdened. They laughed, walked, snapped pictures, spoke in Esperanto, the new lingua franca of scattered humanity. They bought without counting, as if money no longer existed or had never meant anything. But that wasn't what struck people most. No, it was their resemblance. Gradually, the townspeople understood. This visit wasn't random. It was about origin and inheritance. These young people came from families bound not only by diplomatic alliances, but by a shared genetic father. Genealogy was no longer terrestrial, it was stellar. And this generation, raised in the capitals of interstellar kingdoms, had come to visit its root. The castle awaited them. As they approached, their light-heartedness melted away. A gentle gravity settled over the group, like an ancient veil returning to float. They climbed toward the austere walls with the solemnity of a procession. The reception was discreet, formal, nearly silent. The castle's director welcomed them personally. The sons of the Prince of Gruyères, de facto leaders of the group, translated into Esperanto with care. As they moved through the halls and galleries, the young nobles rediscovered their past. Not as a history lesson, but as a personal memory, reincarnated. Everything in their posture suggested they knew what they had come to find. A bond, a seal, a recognition. When the visit ended, they descended into the French-style gardens. The 50 of them sat in the grass in loose circles, sipping drinks offered by the staff. The castle seemed to watch over them. The director, still moved, quietly approached one of them, the one who had spoken upon arrival. Proud bearing, red hair streaked with blonde, eyes like forest and ocean. He was the heir, the one already carrying more than his age should bear. The boy answered calmly. His voice was soft, clear, yet firm. He didn't announce a takeover nor a restitution, only a departure. The castle would leave this place, like so many other things before it. It would be taken up by the people it had watched over for so long. It would be carried into the stars, to Helvetia, the planet where history would resume under other skies. And Gruyères, the ancient one, would regain its former glory by returning to what it once was, a major tourist destination, not a particular kind of decline, up there, beyond the stars. In the weeks that followed, the memory of the visit lingered like a fragrance suspended in the alleyways. People spoke for a long time about those children who had sat in the grass, as people once did at the foot of an invisible throne. Their arrival seemed to breathe life back into the town, a new dignity, as if Gruyères had finally been acknowledged at the end of history for what it truly was, an origin. It is here, in Gruyères, that part of the story of the Shadow of the Princes, Chronicles of the Red Kings, Tome 1 takes root, a novel blending heritage, politics, and galactic destiny. The castle becomes one of the anchor points of the past, a knot of memory in the immensity of the future. Those who saw the children that day still talk about it. Those who open this book will understand why. Those who follow, like, comment, and share will continue the journey, and might just find some of those children again.